yours after mine open.
Oh yeah,
God damn, man.
it's messing up.
No, it's good. Fuck it. It'll do that thing where it say flip the phone.
Is it horizontal now? That thing gonna fix it.
No, because I think it had to like back out of it. That's just gonna be sideways.
Oh, okay.
These devices wicked. Yep, already.
Right, shalom, shalom.
Shalom.
Right back out here again on these highways and hedges. Another opportunity to give diligence to make our call and election sure. And before we get started, we're gonna give our praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakwadash. Double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, rule well, teach well, teaching this truth in its entirety. A hearty shalom to all the rest of the brothers that's pushing this gospel throughout the four corners of the earth in true faith and sincerity. This your brother Kalab, also go by hope, grace, and mercy.
The brother Labadino, also known as Heart of David.
And like we always do at this time before we get started, we're going to bring out a couple of articles. I'm grabbing mine from the End Time headlines. You know, just a snippet of things that's going on here in Babylon the Great and all throughout the four corners of the earth. But lately it's been going down in Babylon the Great. And, you know, everybody know about what's going on with the guy Kirk being on live TV. And you know that if Esau will allow that, if Esau will allow one of his own, you know what I'm saying, to be on live TV, just imagine what they finna do to Jake. You know, just imagine how they finna get down on Yasharallah, man. And the stage is set because instead of the National Guard being deployed in Chicago,
I saw they got turned back.
They going to Tennessee, Memphis, Tennessee. And you know, another article, all this is it entwines with each other. On the I think it was Good Morning America. It says you see the mental health crisis happening, right? And they were going in on it was Fox and Friends. You can see that. Make it brighter. A couple of brothers made a listens about it, and it's going. They were saying how for the mental ill, if they don't want to, get with the program. The Edomite on the panel said, you know, unwilling, I think. No. He said, if they don't want to accept the help, he said, just kill them. You know what I'm saying? What is it called? Without saying it. Get that. I can't think of the word, but I'm pretty sure brothers don't see that video. They were just saying, like, for the people who don't want to comply with the government, you know what I'm saying? Just on a live, you know what I'm saying? On live TV.
It says concerning the homeless.
concerning the homeless or concerning anybody who don't want to go for the help of Babylon the Great. Because, you know, they pushing it like, and this Jake gonna say, and all the people we talk to in Chicago say they want the government, they want the military there. You know, but as you know, they on the script. They not speaking out of their free will or nothing like that. But yeah, I'll show you at the camp. But yeah, the Edomite said, they can just kill them. Like, damn, you know, like you just gotta see it, man, because it blow your mind how these Edomites is about to get down out here, man. But you know, like it's all over the news with Charlie Kirk getting on the live on national TV. They say it was a sniper that did it. You know, they got all kinds of other little scenarios that they got people pointing at things. But who knows?
Yeah, you saw the white man, you know, crying out, weeping bitterly, ready to crash out.
Yep.
You seen that video? They was chanting like,
fight back, white man.
Yeah, fight back, white man, fight back, white man. Edomite said, who y'all fighting against, yourselves?
Right. Because, you know, that shooting happened at a all-white college.
Man, Utah, all-white state, man.
Right, but they threatening HBCU.
Yup.
You know, I'm loving it. I'm here for all that, man. You know, only thing that I don't want it to do is die down.
Yeah, don't get it twisted. We not complaining.
Right, we not complaining.
Yeah, I've been clapping my hands all week.
Yeah, and I think Trump is doing a hell of a job in office.
I went to Walmart to grab a couple things. I see them tariffs in effect. Like I was in the utensil section, bro, pizza cutter, $13.
Dang.
You know, you get the plaque of like the pack of like the measuring cups, $19. You know, you might get like a turkey baster. That mug was $11. I'm like, yeah.
I bought me and the brother 3 green teas, and I said no ice in 2 of them. It was about this much green tea in there, $18. So yeah, we in that time. The water y'all about Shimmy out shot.
Yeah, I've been clapping and thanking the Lord all week. This shit, my mom texted me, ICE. They partnering up with I sent you that. They partnered with North Texas, Denton County. They about to get active out this way.
They had hiring things to lock in.
Oh, they did. Did they say they have? I thought they said they had over 100,000 people apply.
100,000 applications.
Just for North Texas.
Just for North Texas.
ICE, over 100,000 applications. Hey man, I just thank the Lord that clapped.
Yep.
Hey, went back to sleep. Yep. Hopefully they don't take too long with hiring.
Look, it says left-wing politicians refuse to take part in minute silence of Charlie Kirk in European Parliament. See that? Say, man, the world is getting whipped of this devil, man. Like, you know, screw him. You know what I'm saying? Wherever they go, they rape, they grape, unalive, and rob. You know what I'm saying? Wherever they go, wherever they've been, all throughout the 4 corners of the earth, they either did all that damage then, or they doing it now. That's why when I started learning more about how those certain countries kick the Europeans up out of their country, man, all these years, those African countries been sending 80% of their country's profit to France. We talking like 6 or 7 countries sending 80% of their not saying all together 80%. 80% from this country, 80% from this country. That's why people always wonder, was always like Africa is a poor country. Africa is a real rich country. But, you know, before they knew what was going on, you know what I'm saying, the devil slid in there and had them under a contract.
Yeah.
That's why Mofaso, all them, they're like, man, get your ass up out of here, man. And they say that if Nigeria follow those same protocols that the other African countries, nations doing, they say that France would go under. Like, it wouldn't be nothing else left for them to do. Because all these years, like Paris and places like that, them places are thriving because of Africa, man.
And really, the real poor country will really be or a poor continent, which is not really a continent. It would really be Europe.
Yeah.
When you read about the bottomless pit, that's not some hole underground. That's concerning Europe because nothing grows there.
Bro, there ain't nothing but mountains and rocks.
They don't produce nothing.
Right.
So what? They like a bottomless pit, meaning they suck up all of the resources from the earth. So what? They suck in Africa dry.
Yeah. How the hell Europe get cherry limeade?
Yeah, right. When the last time you bought anything and it said made in Europe or France or Germany? So that's the bottomless pit.
It says assassinated with speculations brewing over a jet that could be linked to his murder. Kirk 31 was gunned down. Hey man, they gotta cover up a lot of stuff, man. This internet, say man, they catch your ass in a lie in a jiffy.
Oh yeah.
You got anything you want to bring out?
Man, let me see.
I got one.
All right, bet.
It says murdered a Ukrainian. It says murdered a Ukrainian immigrant on the train in Charleston last month. The slaying of a Ukrainian immigrant. Man, that was so fake. You seen that video?
Nah, I seen it.
Bro, that video was so fake. He went like, and he got off the train and she kind of like just fell over.
Yeah.
And then she fell down in the seat where you couldn't see her. Then all of a sudden when she fell off the seat, there wasn't no blood running. She just fell out the seat and it was blood in the seat like she was on her menstrual cycle. So then she fell to the ground and all of a sudden out of nowhere blood just splattered. It was so fake, man.
I seen it a little bit. I didn't really know what was going on because I saw at the beginning of it. I didn't see no blood. I'm like, where the blood at?
Exactly. And then all of a sudden when she lay on the ground, it just gushed out everywhere. Then when it gushed out, it stayed still. It didn't run down or nothing.
Ketchup gushed out.
Right.
Yeah, and Trump trying to paint that picture that we pretty much the problem in America.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You know, this monster killed the Ukrainian girl.
Yep.
You seen that video Yashawamba shared? The Edomite chick, I think her name like Liddy or something. I sent it.
She was sitting down?
Sitting down just talking mad hate. How they need to separate from us. They need to be more racist. We monsters.
Right. I don't see that. We're living in some beautiful times.
So yeah, the stage is being set for that race war, civil war, to pop off here in America. Anything else?
Nah, that's enough.
And so we're gonna get into the lesson. Shalom to my brother Mashak. Shalom to my brother Eno. Shalom to daughter Yahweh. So yeah, it's going down out here in the, I was gonna say in the West, really going down everywhere. I don't know where Nepal at, but they out there tripping.
Oh yeah.
But I think I titled the lesson, "The Earth Kept in Store Unto Judgment." Pretty much, in summary, people can't see we at the end because things are still functioning as normal. But that's the point, because the Lord wants something to destroy. People think when the Lord comes back, there ain't gonna be nothing here.
Right.
What would be the point of him coming back? You know, to bring his vengeance. So the earth is being kept in store, meaning reserved until the day of judgment. But also too, while the earth is being kept in store, there are a bunch of changes happening. Like there's a lot of changes going on with the people mentally. My brother speak about mental health, that's declining. Not just in America, but worldwide. even the decline in mental health, that's a part of prophecy. We're going to show that before the destruction, the mental health of the people will decline. The quality of life for the people, that would decline before the destruction. But people will never put those pieces together. So, you know, to the misery and the suffering that everybody's going through, hey, there's an end to it, and that's going to be by that nuclear fire. Yep.
All right, first precept is coming from the book of 2 Peter, chapter 3, starting at verse 3. This is in the NLT, and it reads, most importantly, I want to remind you that in the last days, scoffers will come, mocking the truth and following their own desires. They will say, what happened to the promise of Yahweh Shai Mashiach is coming again. From before the times of our ancestors, everything has remained the same since the world was first created.
So yeah, you know, people say, you know, we thought you said the world was going to end. We thought the Lord was coming back, this or that. Right. And the basis of that statement is because they feel like, oh, the world is the same as it was yesterday. Right. The world is the same as it was generations before us. It's true, but at the same time, it ain't true. Yeah, things are still functioning. You know, things are advancing, but the Lord is working things, you know, behind the curtains. They're going to put it that way.
And for those who think that the world, that you know, that be like feeling like the world hasn't changed since it's been created, then ain't it proof that the so-called white man hates your guts? Why would you think he gonna change then? You know, the world has stayed the same since it created. The hatred that he has always shown you. Why you think that the world need more love if it ain't changed since it was created? Yeah,
the world ain't changed, but the white people not bad no more.
Right. They the only thing that changed, but the world stayed the same.
Yeah. So in the physical sense, you know, the day to day, you know, the functions of America, yeah, it's still here, but the world is changing. So to say, you know, that things are the same, it would really be the incorrect thing to say.
You want me to keep going in the NLT, or you want me to?
Yeah, NLT.
Okay.
Okay.
Jumping, still in the book of 2 Peter, chapter 3, jumping down to verse 5. We'll be reading on that verse starting at 5. They deliberately forgot that Yahweh thy power made the heavens long ago by the word of his command, and he brought the earth out of the water and surrounded it with water. Then he used the water to destroy the ancient world with a mighty flood, and by the same word the present heavens and earth have been stored up for fire. They are being kept for the day of judgment, with ungodly people will be destroyed.
So yeah, people say things are the same as it has been the days before us, you know, forgetting the fact that the Lord destroyed the earth before. Now look where it's at today. Well, when the Lord flooded the earth had all kinds of civilizations and functions and day-to-day things going on back then. That's why Matthew say people are marrying, eating and drinking and giving into marriage so that they know what incident to the ark. So yeah, when the Lord brings the destruction, you know, he wants things to be sort of functioning as normal. But that's going to be the same before the coming of Yahweh Shai. But I'm going to get it in the KJV. Get in the KJV too?
Yeah.
If you don't get in the KJV,
2 Peter in the KJV?
Yeah, 3 and 7. We're just gonna get it, you know, because that's the way that the lesson is titled. And And then that's how we're gonna go in the blue letter, based off I was reading the KJV. Because when it says, the earth is kept in store, you gotta look into them words and look into them phrases. They say a whole lot, when you look into it in the Greek or the Hebrew.
2 Peter chapter 3 and 7 in the KJV.
Yeah.
All right, this is still in 2 Peter chapter 3 verse 7 in the KJV. And it reads, but the heavens and the earth, which are now by the same word, are kept in store.
So the word of the Lord is keeping this place in store.
Right. Reserved unto fire against the day of judgment and perdition of ungodly men.
So the Lord, by command, is keeping up, the function, the day-to-day of the world until that day of judgment.
Right.
He's reserving it for the fire.
He holding this place together.
Yep, he holding it for the fire. Because he wants something to burn.
Yeah.
Because when you read Isaiah, I think chapter 6, I think chapter 34, it tells you that this place is going to be fuel for the fire. Yeah. So there needs to be a civilization in store to fuel the fire and to appease the wrath of the Lord.
What would it be if it already kindled? Up on the scene?
Yeah.
Place already fire. All right, next precept is coming from the book of James.
Some of these definitions real quick.
Okay, my bad.
But yeah, the earth, as you see now, is kept in store. But we're going to go into this definition for kept in store. We're going to look at it in the Greek. There's G2343. So kept in store, it says to gather and lay up, to heap up, to store up. Right under that, it says to accumulate riches. So people will be accumulating riches in the last days. And because people think they're able to accumulate riches, they're able to stock and store up and so-called progress in life, they think they're in a good case.
Right.
We must not be at the end yet. If I can stock up on this, if I can stock up on riches, etc.
Right. And a lot of people measure the times we in and why things can't be what they are because they still see buildings getting built. They still see big construction deals going down.
That goes to it, yeah.
Because I remember I always thought about how I was riding with my rib and her sister, and major things was going on in all throughout the Four Corners. And I heard her say, I can't wait to see what this place looks like 5 years from now. I'm like, I hope this place ain't here 5 years.
Yeah, people they're gonna be building, whenever month the nuclear destruction happens, it's gonna be new construction going on.
It's gonna be like the scripture says, like in the days of old. Drinking, being married, getting married, you know what I'm saying? They're gonna be living, some people gonna be still living their life like it's gold.
Yep.
That's
clean. Hey, that's the spirit. Stocking up, accumulating riches. Yep. That was a Rolls Royce, right?
Rolls Royce Phantom.
Rolls Royce Phantom. That's a $300,000 car.
Try to preach the gospel to the person driving that car.
Right. And because a person can go buy a Phantom or they see a Phantom, they think, oh, we must not be at the end yet. No, in the end, there will be rich and people accumulating riches. Yeah, that's right. That's all good.
I was trying to get some of that definition. iPad
all getting hot. Oh, I see all jumbled up. Man, these devices wicked. See, these devices work good when you're doing something you ain't supposed to do on them.
Right.
They work flawlessly. Phone to be on 1% forever. When you try to
do something beneficial.
Yeah, edifying, beneficial.
Phone go from 85% to 22.
Yeah, the text.
Oh, you got your charger.
Right. The text start popping up in Chinese.
Yep. This is the book. Reading on. Next precept is coming from the book of James, chapter 5, starting at verse 1, and it reads: Go to now, ye rich men, weep and howl for your misery that shall come upon you. Your riches are corrupted, and your garments are moth-eaten. Your gold and silver is cankered, and the rust of them shall be a witness against you, and shall eat your flesh as it were fire. Ye have heaped treasures together for the last days.
See that? You heap up treasure together for the last days. That's concerning the rich. Now, you know, that would be the wicked elites. You know, the people who run everything. In the NLT, it says, this treasure you have accumulated will stand as evidence against you on the day of judgment. So pretty much in the last days, there will be people getting rich, accumulating riches.
Yep.
But again, because somebody may see something of value or possess something of high value, they would think they would be in a good case.
Right.
Let's jump there real quick. Second Ezra 16:21.
This is the book of 2nd Esdras, chapter 16 and verse 21. Behold, victuals shall be so good and good cheap upon earth that they shall think themselves to be in good case. And even then shall evils grow upon earth, sword, famine, and great confusion.
See that? People think themselves to be in a good case because victuals will be cheap. And you know, victuals is food, but you know, it applies to everything else.
Yeah.
You know, because people can get food, they can still buy Jordans, they can still buy a sundress, they can still buy a Phantom.
They still think they got time.
Yep, they think they're in a good case. Hey, but what it say? It say evils will grow in the earth. So yeah,
before we got started, Fresh Live, we had an Edomite, looked like an Edomite, so-called Edomite. She walked by and wanted to just ask us a couple of questions, and she would say she agreed and believed that, you know, it's gonna Babylon the Great is wicked. You know what I'm saying? It's all kinds of things gonna go down in the earth. She believed that it's gonna, you know what I'm saying, war. The nuclear missiles gonna be shot off to this place. So, you know, mostly, you know, those Edomites come up giving their vain opinion, but at this time we have to say that sister, the Edomite, you know what I'm saying, she pretty much was on point, you know what I'm saying, as far as with agreeing with what the scriptures say.
Yep. So yeah.
The brother told her to read Revelations 18.
Then you said the NLT. I ain't never read it in the NLT. I'm gonna check that out.
Did you want me to get 22 also, or just 21?
Whatever you think, if we go along.
Yeah, let's grab that. Reading on verse 22. For many of them that dwell upon earth shall perish of famine, and others that escape by hunger shall the sword destroy.
And see, let's get Revelation 18, that's the spirit in 8 real quick. But see, that's how it's gonna happen. Hey, victuals gonna be so good, cheap upon the earth, people gonna think themselves to be in a good case. But right after, it said people gonna perish of the sword and famine. So something gotta happen. Yeah, 18 and 8. How's that good? So something gonna happen for victuals being so cheap upon the earth. Suddenly, the sword and the famine destroying people.
Right.
But let's see what Revelation 18 and 8 say.
All right, Revelation chapter 18 and verse 8. Therefore shall her plagues come in one day, death and mourning and famine, and she shall be utterly destroyed. What the hell you? Damn. Kurt.
See that?
Oh yeah.
That
thinking himself to be in a good case in that car. Huh?
See, that's how you know we at the end too. And we about to get into it. Yeah, we about to get into it.
Yeah. He was at Moab. Ooh, knocked off a piece of his car.
Dang.
Yeah. We at the end of this thing, man. The signs all around us. The water y'all about to see outside. All right, this is the book of Revelation, chapter 18 and verse 8. Therefore shall her plagues come in one day, death and mourning and famine, and she shall be utterly burned with fire.
I see that. Oh, my bad.
No, you got it.
See, it said her plague shall come in one day.
Yep.
So victuals be so cheap upon the earth. People buying Phantoms, food, sundresses, Jordans, happy hour. They think themselves to be in a good case. But in verse 22, they say they're going to perish of famine and sword.
In one day, it's going to change.
So yeah, it said the plague's going to come in one day. So that's the missing link. So the Lord wants this place to be functioning kind of as normal.
Right.
So the plagues will come.
How to slip.
Because what's the point of the plagues if everybody already doing bad anyway? But the point of the plagues is to change your situation. Like what ancient Egypt.
Get your attention.
Yep. Oh, they said it, the Lord said they won't be mindful of the scourges. Like ancient Egypt. Hey, they was thriving before the plagues came. So, but ultimately, you know, the plagues gonna come. But ultimately, the ultimate plague is gonna be that lake of fire. Which is gonna be, this place is gonna be fuel for the fire. So yeah, the earth is,
Egypt was thriving like it couldn't be touched.
yeah, ancient Egypt was better than this one.
Yep.
This one might have more advanced technology, but look at the quality of food you eat. Look at the quality of women. You see a woman, you might think she got a perfect body. Turn out it's a training.
Back in the days, times of old, an apple probably could last you all day.
Man, I heard the brother True Juice say like the nutritional value of an apple.
Like 4 times.
I heard 6 to 20.
Dang.
Just going back to the 60s. Like 20 apples, 6 to 20 apples equals 1 apple back then.
Man.
This time imagine how much more potent they was back in Egypt. Yeah, you know the food had to be good.
Cucumbers in the middle.
In the garlic.
Yeah.
They'd rather stay in slavery to eat some garlic and some cantaloupe.
Right, so when we finish 8 out, I didn't get that.
Yeah.
Right? Reading on, I'm going to get it from the top again.
Yeah.
Revelation chapter 18 and verse 8. Therefore shall the plagues come in one day, death and mourning and famine, and she shall be utterly burned with fire. For strong is the Lord Yahweh thy power, who judgeth her.
So the plagues gonna come in one day. Strong is Yahweh Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, who judgeth her. Because people don't think that this place can be turned upside down overnight. That's why they say the plagues gonna come in one day. That's why I say strong is the Lord who judgeth her. Because, you know, without the Lord's hand being involved, it probably would take this place, you know, a long time to go upside down.
Right.
But with the Lord's hand involved, the Lord can flip this place upside down overnight. So that's why it's gonna go. Victuals being so cheap upon the earth, people thinking they're in a good case. To the next day, people perishing by the famine and the sword. And then we see how the Lord can make that play out. A nationwide blackout. Nationwide cyber attacks. So yeah, we see how it can play out now. Get Peter 3 and 7 again. KJV. Yeah, we're gonna go to another word than that. Matter of fact, I'm gonna just get this word real quick because it's coming up anyway. But yeah, 2 Peter 3 and 7, when it says the earth now, meaning as it is now, kept historic. We went into one aspect of that phrase, kept historic. Pretty much goes into people heaping up, stocking up riches, treasures. It said reserved until the day of fire. I'm gonna get this word reserved real quick. So in this word kept historic, it says reserved. So we go to this word reserve. You go to similar words, it says to set aside, to save, to hold, to keep in reserve, to retain, to preserve. So the things are happening now, but ultimately the Lord is going to reserve or preserve this place or save it for the fire.
Yep.
So, you know, the plagues, you know, the sword, famine, pestilence, it's not going to be all the way like I Am Legend. You know, nobody left.
Right.
City's completely destroyed. No, there's going to be a lot of people left here at the end. And it's going to be functioning cities, states, smart cities, because ultimately the Lord is saving this place for the fire. That's why it says the earth kept in store, reserved until the day of fire.
With all the things that the Lord is about to do to this place, the number one thing that I can't wait to see is to see the prideful confounded, man.
Yeah.
I can't wait till these devils put a check, man, on the world stage, man. All the things that's happening right now, that can't be none but y'all about Shimmy Awashai. I mean, you can't be in the truth believing in coincidence. Because that devil had just said, Charlie Kirk had just said that a couple of weeks back, he think that we should bring back public execution for certain people. 2 weeks later, wow, right to the neck. You know, like, yeah, you're right, we should bring it back. I think you
starting with you.
Start with you, yeah.
And then, you know, he giving falsified information that we commit most of the gun violence in America.
Right.
And then look how he failed. Gun violence from a fellow Edomite.
White on white crime.
Yep.
Those white thugs.
Yeah, they the real thugs.
Yeah, that's what I be saying. When I be in the grocery store, I just be like, those white thugs. My wife be like, no. I be like, all right.
Because they the original mob and mafia.
Right. And I seen another video, a brother on YouTube, on Instagram said that we not as evil as white people, because, you know, while we, you know, clapping and celebrating that Edomite and getting judged on live TV, he said behind closed doors, you better hope that it stays on social media, because while you clapping and celebrating this Edomite being put to death, being unalive, these Edomites is getting riled up. You know what I'm saying? They gonna take it from Instagram to the streets.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And we want that. You know, we want all that. We want all that smoke. You know, a lot of y'all watching me outside for the times we're living in, for this knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, because having this knowledge, wisdom, and understanding right now, in these days, is far exceeds having a good job, a nice car, money in the bank, like all that, man. Because all that stuff is finna vanish. You know? You get a lump sum of money, you know, ain't nothing wrong with having nice things. If you gonna make a purchase, that's okay. You know what I'm saying? But don't make that your God. Don't live for that kind of stuff, man. Like, all this stuff is just finna vanish overnight. And one day, like the scriptures say, and one day, you know what I'm saying, all this stuff gonna be turned upside down. You think that Cybertruck is gonna be popping, you know what I'm saying, when ain't no food in the grocery store?
Yep.
The only thing that a Cybertruck could be good for is, let's ride to the next location. Or let's go do something so we can eat tonight.
Yeah.
You know, other than that, man, all this stuff, Babylon is vanity, man.
That Cybertruck gonna be fuel for the fire.
Right.
Because, you know, they excellent at burning.
Oh, yeah. Matter of fact, that thing ain't gonna run in that day.
Not in the cyber
You
attack.
better not try to jump out and try to charge, sit in one place for 45 minutes. You done. They gonna take care of you, and in 45 minutes, drive off in it.
Oh, yeah.
You get that word?
Yep.
Okay. Let me get 2 Peter 3:7 again.
Yeah, that's right.
All right, this is the book of 2 Peter chapter 3 and verse 7. But the heavens and the earth, which are now, are kept in store, reserved unto fire against the day of judgment and perdition of ungodly men.
So we went into one aspect of the earth being kept in store. Hey, things will be functioning as normal to a certain degree. People keeping up treasures, stacking up riches, working, making so-called progress, you know, to a certain degree. But now we're gonna cover the other aspects of the earth being kept in store. So, to the phrase kept in store, again, G2344. We got to accumulate riches. We got that the Lord is reserving this place for the fire. We're going to get the last definition for this phrase kept in store. And I thought this was pretty heavy. It says metaphor. It says, so to live from day to day as to increase either the bitterness or the happiness of one's life. So people living day to day, but guess what? They increase in bitterness. And we see that. The mental health of the people, that's declining. The quality of life for the people, that's declining as well. So for this word kept in store, again, it says the metaphor for people living day to day as to increase either in bitterness or happiness. And it's the same, the rich getting richer, so they increase in the happiness, everybody else is getting poor, more poor. So that's the increase in the bitterness. So yeah, things are functioning as normal. Victuals are so cheap upon the earth. So somebody to say, well, everything is the same as it was before us. Well, that's true, but what about the quality of life? What about your mental health?
Right.
What about your stress level? The Bible say, your stress will increase, quality of life will decrease, all at the end. And we see that happening. More and more people crashing out on the internet. More and more women going homeless, living out of their van. You see that now they're living out of a storage unit.
Yeah, you see that Eve who hit that Edomite car and tried to keep going. She jumped out of her car. It happened this week with a gun. They was recording her, and she had the gun. I'm like, I don't play with nobody. And the Edomite was like, you need to get back in your car. She put the gun in his face. He moved it, knocked out, cold. Sleep on the side of her car.
She got knocked out with a pistol?
No, with a pistol in her hand. He knocked out through the gun. The guy that was recording, took the clip out and threw it to the ground. I'm talking about sleep. He slept like sleep on the side of the road.
See, I do a lesson on that. See, that should be a lesson for you women. This Supergirl, this woman king, this female warrior type spirit, which is a front that a lot of America putting on, and that's all fake. The brother said a woman had a loaded gun and still got knocked out by a man, by an Edomite at that, by the weakest man in the earth.
He was at bay for a little while, but when she put it in his face, that little Jackie Chan went,
so she had the gun to his face and still got knocked out.
Knocked out.
That should be a lesson for all women. That act that y'all putting on, all at the gym and stuff, taking jiu-jitsu classes. Hey, it's cool to have a hobby. It's that it ain't gonna work for you though. But yeah, again, that phrase kept in store. It said to live day to day, but to increase in bitterness. We see that's happening throughout the earth, but especially here in America. So yeah, to say, well, you said the earth was the end of the world was coming, the Lord was gonna come back, everything is the same as before. Well, not really. The evils are increasing.
The bitterness is increasing.
Right. So are things really the same? But what we about to show is that bitterness increasing in the earth, your stress level increasing. That's all part of prophecy. That will happen before the nuclear destruction.
And I want to bring out this precept about that Eve that got knocked out while she had the gun in her hand. This is the book of Psalms chapter 44 verse 6. For I will not trust in my bow, neither shall my sword save me.
The sword didn't save her that day.
The sword didn't save her that day. And more than likely she went to jail too. You know what I'm saying? Because the gun went off. When he knocked it out of her hand, they fought and wrestled with it. It went off. That's when he put her to sleep. They probably threw her under the jail for that too, though.
Yep. See that? And then they just ain't gonna fight for women, it's gonna fight for men too.
Oh yeah.
Gun ain't gonna save you.
It's gonna be worse for women because guess what? When they see the man balled up in the fetal position screaming and crying, what you think gonna happen to the wife and kids? You know what I'm saying? These people about to lose it, man. Like, it's gonna be a new term in that day for losing, man.
Yeah.
Crashing out, all them terms, it's gonna be a term over there.
Oh, yep, it is.
You know what I'm saying? It might just be the term, it's happening again. It's happening again. Yep. Every time you see something crazy, out of the ordinary. It's happening again. And I can see how Yahweh Shem Yahushua can put the spirit on brothers, you know, the true believers, to be laughing in that time. Because here, Yahweh Shem Yahushua had been telling y'all all this time, and as we started to listen out, they believed that the world hasn't changed since it was created. But guess what? Yahweh Shem Yahushua been shaking his hand at this place the whole time too. So when it finally go down, we don't want to hear nobody say, I didn't know, or what I do. You know what I'm saying? What am I supposed to do at this point? Hey man, I can see why Yahweh Shem Yahushua gonna put that spirit for brothers to be laughing in them days, man. You know?
I just thought about it too. People say the world hasn't changed. It's the same as our parents and grandparents. Well, the scriptures say love of many shall wax cold.
Yeah.
Those are all kind of changes in the earth. Evil's increasing, love of many waxing cold. Your bitterness increasing, stress levels increasing, quality of life decreasing. That all means we at the end. That's what it means. People say, why all of this all of a sudden? Why is it so much harder now? Why can't Generation Z work hard and have a success like our parents and grandparents? Well, to skip all of the BS is because we at the end.
So get your ass on, man.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Let me see. So I think I gotta look up some of these words real quick. So we're gonna look up this word bitterness. Because again, from Kepin's store, it said to live day to day to increase in bitterness. So yeah, you're stocking up riches, which is stressed out. You're heaping up treasures, which is bitter. For this word bitterness, it says trauma, pain, agony, grief, upset, heartbreak, unhappiness, a misery, sadness, distress, unpleasantness.
When it says bitterness leads to wrath, which is the explosion. Bitterness leads to wrath, which is the explosion on the outside or the feeling on the inside. I don't know what that last part is. Yeah, that bitterness gonna end in wrath from Yahweh Shem Yahushua.
Yeah, that bitterness, the love of many waxing cold, people being stressed out. That's gonna increase the soul. That's gonna increase the murder rate. But yeah, grief, agony, unpleasantness, unhappiness, upset, sadness, grieving, despair. That describes the mindsets of the people. Everybody going through it. Everybody going through something. Everybody catching hell. So I'm gonna get these words again. You can put it back to you. Yeah. But for this word bitterness, a key word that stuck out, it says unpleasantness, or to be unpleasant. The scripture spoke about days being unpleasant before the destruction. We about to show that. So everything being hard, people being stressed out, that means that nuclear destruction is that much closer.
This is the book of Ecclesiastes. I'm my bad. This is the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 12 and verse 1. And it reads, this is in the NLT. Don't let the excitement of youth cause you to forget your creator. Honor him in your youth before you grow old and say, life is not pleasant anymore.
And see that? Ain't we in the days when life is not pleasant anymore? People can't keep up with the bills. They can't keep food on the table.
Ain't live your best life like you did 2 years ago.
You know, You work 2 or 3 jobs, still ain't got enough. You in the KJV too?
Robbing Peter to pay Paul.
Let's see how it's worded in the KJV. It's gonna add a little more to it.
My iPad getting hot. Oh no, I got it.
Okay. So you stood over in the shade because you was in the sun. But yeah, to be kept in store, it's a metaphor for people living day to day in bitterness, stressed out. Another word for bitterness, it said unpleasant. It said remember the Lord before the days that life isn't pleasant anymore.
Right.
And we're gonna get this in the KJV.
All right, this is Ecclesiastes chapter 12 and verse 1.
Hey, boy, I almost cussed. I was about to say F Jesus.
All right, Ecclesiastes chapter 12 and verse 1. Remember now thy Creator in the days of thy youth, while the evil days come not.
See that? While the evil days come now. What's the evil days? That's the last days. Now let's see how life will be in the last days.
Nor the years draw nigh, when thou shalt say, I have no pleasure in them.
When life is no longer pleasant. So the simple fact, life is no longer pleasant, that proved that we're in the last days. But again, rituals will be so cheap upon the earth. People can still buy this, buy that. They can still do this and do that. They think that's a good case. But what about your mental health?
It ain't important. Too many distractions.
You see, yeah, that's what it is.
You can't think about your mental health when TikTok got a new dance out, or the Jordans, still affordable. You know what I'm saying? What new rap out? I don't know. Just dropped a new CD up. Oh, NBA Youngboy.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like they say he the Michael Jackson of this era. You know what I'm saying? I can care less about Michael Jackson also. But what I'm saying is like it's just too many distractions. Like I think NBA Youngboy's in his 20s, right? I'm 41 years old, man. I can care less about that stuff, man. Like that stuff is not important at all. Like it ain't nothing you could do to make me care about those type of conversations. When people try to have those conversations with me, and I don't have nothing to talk, I don't have no new information, or I don't care. They think I'm bitter because I don't want to discuss those meaningless conversations, man. That's the time we living in, though.
You see, that's the thing. You Americans, y'all stressed out and bitter, but they think that they're not. And the brother said all the distractions.
Yeah, they really are. They really acting like they living their best life, but they really miserable, bro.
And see, that's the purpose of the plagues. It's gonna strip you of all those luxuries, all those distractions. And you're gonna be faced to deal with reality. And that's why he said, remember Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, why the evil days draw not. We still in the evil days, but the evils are gonna increase.
It's gonna get worse and worse.
Yep.
Like the Edomite was saying, I think we're already there. I said, no. It's a time coming you wouldn't dare be walking down the street.
At all.
Oh.
Wait.
Let's see, second agents, I already got it. You want me to get the good?
Yeah, let's go to there. Actually, there. Okay, bet.
This is Second Esdras, chapter 16 and verse 21. And it reads, Behold, victuals shall be so good, cheap upon earth, that they shall think themselves to be in good case. And even then shall evils grow upon earth, sword, famine, and great confusion.
Well, again, people can do this, do that, they can buy this, do that. They think themselves to be in a good case. But see, we got eyes to see. We can see the mindsets, the mental health of the people. We see that declining. So that's just another sign or another token that we at the end. Right up there with wars and rumors of wars, earthquakes in diverse places, signs in the sun, moon, stars in heaven. The Lord also spoke about the distress of nations.
Yeah.
The nations being stressed out.
Yep. And for that confusion, just imagine if Trump mobilized the military in all 50 states and it ain't no internet. You know what I'm saying? They rolling out the MOT to the beat and it ain't no internet, ain't no TV to see what's going on. People gonna be like, what the hell going on? Like, what all these military doing out here? Because, you know, when they rolled it out, what was the first state? It was DC. They rolled it out in DC and you can see it on the news, you can see it on social media outlets and stuff like that. But just imagine once you can't have the comfortability of your iPhone to keep up with the little information that they want you to know. You know, people gonna be stressed out, man.
Man, they can't go buy no weed.
Mm-hmm. I seen an article Yashawama had posted where soon people who are on Amazon Prime, you won't even be able to order nothing outside of your area code.
Damn.
Your zip code.
Damn.
If your package gotta come from somewhere else, you can't get there.
Damn.
They finna squeeze this place, man.
Man, that's what it's all about. So what? And yeah, the Lord spoke about the distress of nations.
You gonna own nothing and be happy.
Yup. That's just another sign that we at the end.
Yep.
So yeah, the Lord is really tricking you for the people that think they're in a good case. If things continue as it was the day before, really not.
Right? 2 Peter 3:7. You got some information. Keep that store.
That was just for me to mention it. So we went into that word kept in store. It said to lay up riches and stock up treasures, increase in money, wealth. The bottom half of that, it said to continue your day to day, but in a state of bitterness. So again, people was doing all of that stuff as they was, you know, last year, 5, 10, 20, 50, even 100 years ago. But they doing it in a state of bitterness. Another word for bitterness was unpleasantness. And it said what? That in the evil days, life will not be pleasant anymore. Showing that we in them days. But again, life no longer being pleasant, people being bitter, people being stressed out. Again, that's a sign and a token, like wars and rumors of wars. Earthquakes in diverse places. Hey, that means we right there. And the scripture really go heavy into that. You know, people being stressed out, upset. Hey, that's a part of prophecy that's overlooked. You know, even a Christian, they can quote wars and rumors of wars, earthquakes in diverse places. But again, the Lord spoke about the distress of nations. Yeah, let's grab that real quick. Isaiah 24.
It's the book of Isaiah chapter 24 and verse 4. The earth mourneth and fadeth away. The world languisheth and fadeth away. The haughty people of the earth do languish.
See that? It said the earth languish. It said the haughty people of the earth. It says they languish. Now, let me look up this word languish. This word language, it says to be weak. People becoming weak in mind and in spirit.
Ooh, you ain't got no faith in Jacob's trouble. Man, you toilet paper.
Yep.
You through. Because you know the Lord finna turn the temperature up in this on the earth.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? It's finna be tough, man. Backs against the wall and all. Like everybody finna be, man, it's about to be there with that one-on-one. Like, where your faith at in this time, man? It's easy to say you got faith right now when you can go to work. You know what I'm saying? It's easy to say that you got faith, you know what I'm saying, when your bills are paid, the refrigerator full, your kids not sick.
It's something in the store.
It's something in the store. Of course, it's something in the store.
You just know it's there before you
know
get
it's there.
And the day's coming.
Yes.
You're gonna go past the store like, hope something in there.
You gonna drive up to the store thinking like, is it safe for me to get out?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Hey, just think about somebody got enough money to buy, just say $300 worth of groceries, and you got 7 people who ain't got nothing in their refrigerator. They left their kids at the crib on an empty stomach crying. Man, you through. You through. Like, ultimately you through because your outside said you through. Not because you had some money to get something and somebody gonna do something to you. Hey man, it's just gonna happen in a blink of an eye, man. One day you're gonna be telling people about what you bought, then from the grocery store. Next thing you know, you're gonna be like, hey man, I ain't had nothing to eat in a couple of days, man. And that's when your faith gonna have to stand strong. You know, that goes for us in this truth as well. So that's why we pray that Yahweh Shem Yahushua extends the mercy upon us. Ain't nothing we can do. We ain't did nothing. We can't do nothing. And we ain't going to do nothing that's going to bring us our salvation. It's all because of that mercy, man. We need Yahweh Shem Yahushua every day, even more in the times that we coming into. You know, this place about to be backs against the wall. And don't forget, our family's going to turn on each other. Whenever we talk about Jacob's trouble, you know, most people get in the mindset like it's gonna be hell outside your house. Well, hey man, it's gonna start inside the crib too. You know, but hey, this is the time that we know that we coming into, and these are the times that we've been praying for. You know, we want to see the fall of our enemies. You know, no matter what price gotta be paid. Hey man, it's going down.
Back to this word language, it says to be weak, it says to be sick. And ain't people more sick than they ever been? We're not just talking about physically, but mentally as well. And people mentally sick out here. It says to mourn. Let's look up this word to mourn. Because it did say the earth mourn, the earth language, similar words. But let's look up this word to mourn. It says to grieve. It says to weep, to shed tears over. It says misery. So these are the days people grieve. And it's becoming a normal thing to grieve all out on camera.
Mm-hmm. People don't start grieving until they press play.
Yep.
But then you got those who grieve because, you know, hey man, blink of an eye, judgment caught them. You know, old boy Kurt, you know that when he ate his cheese diners for breakfast that morning, that was his last one. You know what I'm saying? He didn't know that the last insult that he heard at you know what I'm saying, so-called blacks and Mexicans was gonna be the last time he can insult them. Blink of an eye, man. And guess what? Since that happened, what has happened? What has that shown you? Now America is weak, man.
Yeah.
This place is weak as hell.
Yeah, not only physically but mentally.
Oh yeah.
That's like when you get it in the NLT, it reads the earth moors and dries up, crops waste away and wither. It says even the greatest people on earth waste away. So even the people who call themselves the greatest people, they mourning and languishing. How many videos have we seen even Edomites talk about they can't pay their bills, they gonna crash out, they pissed off, upset, they don't know what they gonna do.
See that Edomite crying because the old boy got shot?
Yeah, get turning all red.
He literally was turning red though. Like seriously, he was red.
Yep.
I love him, man.
He's gonna be the next president, man. That's how Esau was weeping when he lost the blessing. So he what, bitterly?
Just think about how they gonna be weeping when they find out when they try to fight Yahweh Shai, they just they realize, man, they ain't nothing but men. They ain't nothing but men. Hellfire, they release hellfire on the chariot, no scratches.
Yeah, we forgot to mention that. They said nothing survives a hellfire missile.
Right.
It bounced off the bounced off the chariot kept moving.
Right.
And that's the thing too, it bounced off. Usually it made contact with anything supposed to explode on impact.
Right.
So how did it hit the UFO
bounce off
without exploding?
You said that they say that nothing can survive hellfire. What they should have said, nothing can survive hellfire that was made on Earth.
Right.
Them chariots was manufactured in the heavens.
Right.
Them chariots been around before Esau could have thought of what hellfire was.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So, I laughed at all that. All this stuff ain't nothing good. It's like watching the old Ken Williams. You know what I'm saying? It's comical to me.
Yep. But yeah, man, the earth language, people weak, sick, they grieving, crying, shedding tears, weeping, mourning, and that's all according to prophecy. It ain't just no random coincidence.
Right.
It ain't just this the way the world is right now. No, this is the way the world is going to be before the destruction. So yeah, you will do your day to day as you did 5, 10, 20, 50 years ago, but you're going to do it in a bitter state of mind. You able to get the second legislative 50?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
All right, next precept. This is coming from the book of 2nd Esdras, chapter 8 and verse 50. For many great miseries shall be done to them that in the latter time shall dwell in the world, because they have walked in great pride.
See, they walked in great pride. And what did Isaiah 24 say? The haughty people language. What it say in the NLT? The greatest people on earth language. That's you Americans. Ain't this the #1 country in the world? For even the greatest people on earth, even their language. And see, that's the thing with you damn Americans. They say this is the greatest country on the planet, but then they complain about not being able to pay their bills, not making enough money. How is it you ain't making enough money? So many Americans can't pay their bills. So many Americans can't afford to feed their children.
But this is the greatest place on earth.
But you got the nerve to say this is the greatest place on earth.
Then you get here and realize this is a damn night.
Yeah. But that's why it's because so many great miseries are coming. That's all according to prophecy. So you're not being able to feed your children, pay your bills, work 4 jobs, still not get enough. That's all according to prophecy.
Set up that way.
Yeah. Life is not supposed to be pleasant because we're here at the end. You know, the people being sick, whether it's mentally, physically. I was sick the past couple days. And not really, it's just allergies. But everybody allergies messing up. Why? Because we're here at the end. Yeah, but we're gonna go more Isaiah 24 before we end it off.
Isaiah again.
Yeah, let's get Isaiah
24, starting at verse 5.
Oh, my dear, that is right there. My bad. If you got Proverbs, yeah. And matter of fact, it's supposed to be Isaiah.
You still want me to get Proverbs though?
Yeah.
Proverbs 29 and verse 2.
Yep.
All right, this is the book of Proverbs, chapter 29 and verse 2. And it reads, when the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. But when the wicked bear rule, the people mourn.
So that's why great miseries are coming. That's why the earth and the haughty people do languish. That's why, yeah, in the last days, the earth being kept in store, you increasing in riches, you still working as days before, as generations before, but you're doing it in a bitter state of mind. You're stressed out, your mental health is declining, The quality of life is decreasing. Life is no longer pleasant. Because the wicked beareth rule, the wicked is in power. Job 90:24 say, earth is given into the hand of the wicked.
And I saw some videos Joshua Wamba had posted how people are getting up, going, paying bills every day, dropping off the kids, cooking. This is hell. You know what I'm saying? Although they still going throughout that day to day, it's hell because these people are so miserable.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You see the video and the Edomite was like, missiles, hit me, just hit me, come directly to me. You know what I'm saying? They rather die to continue to live in this hell.
Yep.
Hey, but man, you ain't seen nothing yet, man.
Yep.
That's crazy for them Edomites who hate this place. They feel like they living in hell. Just imagine what they gonna go through the kingdom.
Oh yeah.
You know? Hey,
Oh yeah.
yeah, you can't take it here,
And you at the top,
and you at the top. Oh man.
they ain't gonna know what to do in the kingdom when they at the bottom.
Because you know, to the elites, you know what I'm saying, money ain't the same to them as it is to us.
Yeah.
Because they print it. You know what I'm saying? They the ones printing that money. But to the elites, man, to have to do stone cold spiritual biblical labor, you know what I'm saying? Hey man, I can't wait. Lord willing, we're a part of that number. You know what I'm saying? That make it on the chariots, on the first go around. You know, all we can do is just continue to push and give praise to Yahweh Bashem Yahushua for this knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. The water Yahweh Bashem Yahushua.
Yeah, so the wicked beareth rule, the wicked will have the earth in a bad condition before the destruction.
Yep.
So people doing bad all of a sudden, they complaining and struggling. That's not by mistake. That's all happened according to prophecy.
Right. No coincidence.
Which again, misery, hey, that's a token and a sign, like earthquakes and wars. Now we're gonna show more of this in Isaiah 24. Yep.
All right, this is the book of Isaiah, chapter 24, starting at verse 1. All right, Isaiah chapter 24, starting at verse 4. The earth mourneth and fadeth away. The world languished and fadeth away. The haughty people of the earth do languish.
Hey, people in misery, people suffer.
The earth also is defiled under the inhabitants thereof, because they have transgressed the laws, changed the ordinance, broken the everlasting covenant.
So yeah, the earth is defiled under the inhabitants thereof. The earth is polluted, destroyed. The way of life, how life is supposed to be lived, is completely destroyed under the inhabitants thereof, under the hand of the wicked. So under the wicked, Esau, Edom, the white man, hey, the earth is destroyed, the people are destroyed, everything's out of whack, everything's out of order. Why? Because they don't keep the commandments. That's the problem. Now the Lord about to give you the solution to the earth being defiled. And when we look at the word earth, it speaks about the earth itself and the inhabitants of the earth. So the earth and the people alike, everything's destroyed. That's why everybody's miserable and bitter. That's the problem. Now verse 6 is the solution.
Therefore hath the curse devoured the earth, and they that dwell therein are desolate. Therefore the inhabitants of the earth are burned, and few men left.
So the earth is defiled, people bitter, people stressed out, quality of life is decreasing, life is no longer pleasant under the hand of the wicked. So what's the solution? Well, the curse is going to devour the earth. And what it say? The inhabitants of the earth are going to be burnt. So the curse, the cure to the misery of the people is going to be that nuclear fire. So it's a spirit. When people say, missile hit me, The one Edomite said, you know, if Iran is going to nuke us, he said nuke us in the morning before we go to work. He said, what's the point of working the whole day to get nuked?
Right.
He said nuke us before we get the damn day started. So that's the spirit, because that's exactly how it's going to be. The Lord going to bring an end to the misery of the people through fire.
Yeah. It's like in the world, if you're going to fire me, man, fire me before I start work. Don't
Right.
have me work a whole day or half.
Right. So yeah, the Lord just going to do just that.
Yep.
He's going to bring an end to all of the misery by fire. But now, what we about to read, it's going to give you the build-up to that curse, which is the fire devouring the earth.
Verse 7, the new wine mourneth, the vine languish, all the merry-hearted do sigh.
What does it mean to be merry? To be happy. In the NLT, it reads, the merrymakers sigh and mourn. You know, mourn means to cry out, to be miserable, to suffer, to grieve. So people who used to be a happy people, they used to be cool. These used to be pleasant people to be around. You used to enjoy being around these people. Well, you're not going to enjoy being around them no more. It's not going to be pleasant to be around them no more. So the people are changing.
Verse 8, the mirth of tabrets ceaseth, the noise of them that rejoice ended, the joy of the sharp ceaseth.
So yeah, them that rejoice endeth, the sign of rejoicing. Kids hollering, laughing, women laughing, music in the distance.
Child support.
You know, you hear a grill or a birthday party going on, which in the NLT it reads, the cheerful sound of tambourines is stilled, so ain't gonna be no music. The happy cries of celebration are heard no more. You know, people not celebrating like they used to be. They can't afford it. Or they not even in the mind to want to celebrate. People rather be alone.
Right, verse 9. They shall not drink wine with a song. Strong drink shall be bitter to them that drink it.
Yep, in the NLT it reads, gone are the joys of wine and song. You know, you want to turn on some music, have you a little drink, do a little dance. What it say, strong drink will be bitter to them that drink it. NLT it reads, alcoholic drink turns bitter in the mouth. So now you're not drinking because of a good day or drinking to enjoy yourself. Now, if you drinking, you're drinking out of bitterness. So you know, things do continue as the generations before us. 20, 10, 50 years ago, working, stocking up riches, yet you still drink. All these things you done before, now you're doing it out of bitterness. You're doing it with your stress levels through the roof. You're doing it unsure how you gonna make it through the day, let alone next week. Beyond that, next month. But again, the cure is gonna be that fire.
Verse 10, the city of confusion is broken down. Every house is shut up that no man may come in.
You see that? In the NLT it reads, every home is locked to keep out intruders. Hey, not only that, doors gonna be locked because people ain't gonna want to leave the house anyway.
Verse 11, there is a crying for wine in the streets. All joy is darkened and mirth of the land is gone.
See that? All joy is darkened. That's happening right now.
Right.
Ain't nobody looking forward to a summer vacation no more, a family vacation, a holiday. Oh, let's see how these holidays be. Because you know, past couple years, Black Friday been whack, Thanksgiving, Christmas been whack, holidays are drying up.
Right, you got holidays coming by and you don't even know what they are.
Let's see how the holidays be with the new tariffs.
Right.
You know, that's why it says all joy is darkened. The mirth, meaning the happiness in the land is gone. NLT it reads, joy has turned into gloom. Gladness is banished from the land. These are all days. Is this not describing life in America right now? This is how it's supposed to be before the destruction.
Yep.
People think that, you know, we need a better president, a new government, a new way of doing things so that, you know, America get back on its feet. No, the answer to all of this misery is the fire. Now we went into, you know, the misery, the gladness leaving the land, no more joy, no more sounds of happiness. Now verse 12, about to give you what comes after all of that. What comes after these miserable days that we live now.
Verse 12. And the city is left desolation, and the gate is smitten with destruction.
That's that nuclear destruction. So it gave you the misery of the people, and it gave you the solution. It went more in depth into the misery, and then it tells you how it's going to end off with desolation and destruction. So, and that's why Lamentations, it tells Esau to rejoice. Live it up now. You think you're miserable, but even in this state of misery and bitterness, live it up now. Yeah, you still live it up. Because the end of all of this is going to be desolation and destruction.
Get it while the getting is good.
Yeah, because you can still get it for now. You still got white privilege.
Yep.
Make use of it. But yeah, that's 2 Peter 3:7. The earth now kept in store until the day of judgment. Kept in store. You know, people were rich, but people will do as they have been doing day to day as the generations before us. So yeah, life will continue as of normal because the Lord is ultimately reserving this place for the fire. But the things you've been doing, you're doing it in a bitter state of mind. You stress the hell out while doing it according to prophecy. Because the Lord said people will be in great misery before the destruction. So seeing the people in great misery, that means the only thing that's coming after this is the destruction. Shalom to the sister Rebecca Ophir. Shalom to my brother Yahweh. Shalom to my cousin Yasha Allah 144. Eliezer.
Shalom, y'all bashim y'all shout right.
So, Lord willing, that's informative, edifying. And we're gonna close out. Let's give our praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakadash. Hey, double honors to the elders of GMS who taught us the truth by the Holy Spirit.